According to a Western intelligence source, this man is part of an al-Qaeda plot to attack several European cities. His name is Shahab Dashti, a young Iranian-born German from the city of Hamburg. German officials say Dashti and several others left Hamburg in the spring of 2009, headed to terror training camps in the Pakistan-Afghan border. They say he travelled with a close friend, Ahmed Siddiqui, the Afghan German who was detained in Kabul in July and is now in US custody at Bagram Air Base. Siddiqui has told interrogators of a plot sanctioned by Osama bin Laden to launch Mumbai-style attacks on soft targets in Europe. Dashti's family here in Hamburg say that he was duped by radical friends at the 9/11 linked mosque, tricked, they say, into going to these terror training camps in Pakistan. And they say they're afraid if they speak out now, he'll be targeted by al-Qaeda. Local journalist Albrecht Mesker has tracked radicals here for more than a decade. He takes me to the Taiba Mosque, once frequented by lead 9/11 hijacker Mohammed Atta. This is where Dashti's family say he was radicalized.
9/11 was perpetrated from here, people who went to this mosque, so it has been radicalized since a long time. And then you haven't heard of the mosque for quite a while, for several years.
But why wasn't it closed down in that time?
Well, because they didn't have enough evidence to close it down.
But since Dashti left and Siddiqui's plot leaked, that's all changed. It's sealed shut, closed. These are the ones put in place by the federal authorities?
Federal authorities, exactly. Yeah. 16th of September, so it's only 2 weeks ago.
But it was closed down?
Closed down in August. When these people in 2009, several individuals, left for Pakistan to go for jihadist training, that's when they said we have to gather all our evidence and try to close it down.
The imam at the Taiba Mosque is Mamoun Darkazanli. He first hit the headlines in 2001 and was a friend of Mohammed Atta. Today, Darkazanli lives in the same place he did back then, this smart, middle-class neighbourhood in the centre of Hamburg. We've tried to talk with him several times, but with no success. The 9/11 Commission says he was associated with fundraising for al-Qaeda, and intelligence sources here say that he allowed radicalization inside the mosque, even inspired the group to go to Pakistan. However, the source adds that the group was under very close surveillance.
It's always the question, is it, if you close down such a hotspot, what happens? These people go in different directions, so it's more difficult to control them. But at the same time, it's also for them more difficult to meet and to have a meeting place, because there's no other mosque like this mosque where they can meet.
This is where Hamburg's intelligence officials have been tracking the Taiba Mosque, and the city's radicals. They've never been as busy as they are right now, and I'm going in to get an off-camera briefing. As I go in, I can't help wondering why Iranian German Dashti and Afghan German Siddiqui and the others from the Taiba Mosque weren't stopped. What's clear from this briefing is that intelligence officials here are very sensitive about Hamburg being perceived as a new centre of al-Qaeda. They say it's not like 9/11. But what they're also saying is that every day they get new information about Ahmed Siddiqui from his American captors, new information about his plot. To find out more, we visit Siddiqui's family in this working-class apartment building in the outskirts of Hamburg. We meet his mother and sister. Well, the family say they don't want to talk on camera right now, but what they do say is they're absolutely shocked to hear this information about Ahmed. They say the only things that they're hearing are through the media, and they say that what he told them was last year that he was going to Kabul to start a new life with his wife. They also say that earlier this summer he'd called them saying he was very excited, looking forward to coming home. Officials here say they are not aware of plans for an imminent attack, but intelligence sources on both sides of the Atlantic say this was a serious plot. And while Siddiqui may have been detained, the whereabouts of some of the others who left Hamburg are unknown. Dashti, as best his family knows, is still at a terror training camp in Pakistan. Nick Robertson, CNN, Hamburg, Germany.